Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's webcast, E-Business Server, product highlights plus details on using SDS's world-class support. We're excited to share information on how you can contact our world-class customer support and what types of support are available, as well as our enhancements to the SDS E-Business Server for the mainframe and distributed platforms. We will be providing a Q&A session after this presentation. If you have any questions at any time during this webinar, please send them to us in your question box. Remember, you can also send us questions at any time after this presentation via email to info@sdsusa.com. You will find handouts for this presentation on your dashboard under the Handouts tab. You can access and download these at any time during the webcast. Also, when you leave this webcast, there will be a brief survey that we hope you will take a few minutes to answer. I would like to introduce you to our speakers today. I'm Brian Lampy. I will be your moderator today. Dana Gerard, an SDS support engineer, has been with SDS for 17 years working in technical support and on the internal IT infrastructure. He has been providing support for E-Business Server on the distributed platform since day one of the SDS acquisition of EBS. Yvonne Wheaton works in the marketing department at Software Diversified Services. She has over 30 years in the IT business, both in system shops and in enterprise vendor environment. Colin Vandeross, our own senior systems engineer here at SDS, has over 25 years experience as a customer at a large bank. He has been at SDS for several years now, focused on network software solutions and security solutions. Deb Hodson is also on the line with us today. Deb is a sales manager at SDS and has 30 plus years in the IT business, having been at IBM, HP, Candle, and now SDS, all in sales and consulting roles. Deb will be joining us for the Q&A session. Here at SDS, we value our customers. Dana will go over our customer service process so you know how to get the best support possible. We will show you how you can get in touch with SDS when you have questions or if you'd like to submit an enhancement. Yvonne will cover current encryption and security information. We will then be presenting E-Business Server. The demo will include the latest enhancement and release information for version 9.0 for the distributed environment. We will also cover the mainframe system, version 7.8, E-Business Server release information and its most recent enhancements. This will include an opportunity to see our new TSO ISPF screens as well. We will close the presentation with a Q&A session. SDS, or Software Diversified Services, has been providing mainframe solutions to the market for over 34 years. Our headquarters are located in Minneapolis, Minnesota. SDS now supports over 20 enterprise-wide products, including ZOS, MVS, VSE, and VM mainframe systems, and distributed products for more than 1,000 clients worldwide. Our flagship products are dedicated to network management, security solutions, and performance solutions. Over the years, we've developed more solutions for the distributed environment, we've added to our mainframe portfolio, and we've partnered with key subject matter experts for excellent software solutions. We are proud of our world-class support. SDS is a leading provider of enterprise infrastructure software for multiple platforms, with a 30-plus year history of developing award-winning support and customer-centric IT infrastructure solutions. Our development staff is continually providing rich, robust updates and enhancements to our products. We're invested in E-Business Server as our track record shows. Software Diversified Services provided day one support of all sales, technical support, maintenance, and development responsibilities for E-Business Server. SDS's commitment means this enterprise-scale encryption server will remain a trusted data security tool for years to come. You can stay in touch with our news releases by connecting with SDS via LinkedIn, Twitter, and our blog. I will now hand the presentation over to Dana. Dana?
Thank you, Brian. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I'd like to share with you our SDS customer support information. Customer satisfaction is our first consideration at Software Diversified Services. We are proud of our award-winning support and customer-centric IT infrastructure solutions. We understand that if you experience difficulty, you need our response quickly and effectively. To get help with E-Business Server, you can phone us, email us, or submit a support request online. We are on call 24/7 and can provide email, web, and phone support with remote desktop sharing. We have an automated issue submission tool at issues.sdsusa.com that you can use to open support tickets or to send us enhancement requests. For fastest response outside regular business hours, always phone rather than using email or the website. Regular business hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. A current e-business support contract allows you access to our technical support staff as well as access to product updates and upgrades, alerts and remediation advice regarding new security threats as they become known. Support account managers provide a single point of contact. We do not limit the number of call-ins to technical support. You are not a number to us. Technicians who work closely with our product developers will address your problem as quickly and thoroughly as we possibly can. In today's environment, there seems to be an endless amount of options, a variety of operating system software and subsystems. Here are some important pieces of information that you want to have available when you contact us. What is the version number of e-business server you are running? You can provide the full output of the following command: ebs space -- version space -- info space debug. What is the version release of the platform you are using? ZOS, AIX, Linux, Windows, etc. Error messages or additional information. The full output including error messages that you are getting on a failure. If you are having a problem with a specific key, send us a copy of that public key. Your e-business server grant number or SDS customer account number can help us quickly validate your account. SDS has shown that we consider support is paramount and that we provide quick response to our clients when issues come into our award-winning technical team. This concludes my portion of this webcast. I hope you stay up to date with our news, releases, and product information by connecting to SDS via LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and our blog. I will now hand the presentation over to Yvonne. Yvonne?
Thank you, Dana. And thank you for that information on customer service. Before Colin goes into the SDS E-Business Server enhancement updates, I'd like to go over encryption and key technology along with some hash algorithm options. SDS E-Business Server is the gold standard in PGP encryption technology for securing sensitive corporate data at rest, in transit, or being accessed internally or externally by business partners. It can easily share data with business partners regardless of the partner's data security preference or computing platform, enabling compliance with key regulations and backed by an award-winning SDS support team. E-Business Server was initially developed for commercial use by cryptographer pioneer Phil Zimmermann, and features the industry's most advanced algorithms and key management to encrypt and decrypt data. SDS E-Business Server software is easy to install and use with straightforward APIs to integrate security with applications and processes. It's available on multiple platforms including ZOS, USS, Linux, Windows, AIX, HP UX, and Solaris. E-Business Server secures and protects sensitive customer business data end-to-end, in storage, in transit, and during access. Let's cover some of these privacy and security compliance measures that EBS ensures. HIPAA requires the establishment of national standards for electronic healthcare transactions and national identifiers for providers, healthcare insurance plans, and employers. As a result of SOX, top management must individually certify the accuracy of financial information. The Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, or PCI DSS, is a proprietary information security standard for organizations that handle branded credit cards from major credit card schemes. Corporate security policy may require security of company information. Your trade partners, as well, may require that you adhere to these regulations and encrypt your data. I'd like to share this quote from one of our customers at a large financial institution. They said, "We wanted to secure data better, provide improved service to customers, and make it all auditable. That was the goal of the new project." The support with SDS really made a difference. It allowed us to bring on board the project controlling hundreds of customers internally and externally with secure data. This chart details a few areas of concern in today's business services. services you and I use every day. Whether online filling out our health forms for our next appointment or buying a present to be shipped to our families, financial institutions by law require data at rest and in transit is secure inside and outside of the company. HIPAA states that personal information must be kept secure by health care companies. Data must have compliance, data encryption, and decryption. Data loss protection is key. Retail data, per the PCI, must be protected. In April of 2014, the Heartbleed virus, affecting open SSL files, was revealed to have impacted 17% of the world's secure servers. You're probably familiar with some of the latest data breaches. It seems like daily we hear about data breaches. The most recent breaches have included banks, credit card companies, fast food companies, and healthcare providers. The National Institute of Standards and Technology defines cybersecurity as the process of protecting information by preventing, detecting, and responding to attacks. You need to ensure that all sensitive data is encrypted, not only during transfer but also in storage within the enterprise network, and therefore safe from misuse even if it is stolen or a device is misplaced. Big data is a huge topic these days. Private data, which is stored in-house, as well as public data, data that can be transmitted or shared inside or outside brick-and-mortar business walls, needs to be secure. EBS preserves your IT investment, allowing strong encryption on one platform, decryption on another, with broad platform support. Windows, AIX, HPUX, Linux, Solaris, and IBM z/OS. It is a highly trusted key management system, conserves bandwidth with increased transfer speed with built-in compression. It automates and consistently administers security processes for compliance with major regulations, encryption, compression, digital signing, data integrity, and authentication. It is a commercially supported gold standard in PGP encryption technology and is backed by our customer-centric support at SDS. EBS is easy to install and use, including APIs for easy integration with applications and processes. EBS is an automated, comprehensive security product to protect and encrypt a wide variety of data in transit and at rest, without user interaction, including emails, file transfers, archives, and desktops. APIs and mainframe scripting that allows encryption to be integrated with applications and batch processes. It features a simple command structure or optional native application interface APIs including C, C++, COM, Rex, and Java to seamlessly integrate into existing applications and encryption processes and enable new ones. Automated ASCII to EBCDIC and EBCDIC to ASCII character set conversions for easy integration of IBM, Unix, and Windows. Efficient, secure communications, including large files. EBS supports large files exceeding 4 GB with a built-in compression of up to 50 to 80% based on zlib algorithms, improving security by eliminating recurring patterns in the data before it is encrypted. Fast, secure transmissions save bandwidth and disk space and improve transmission speed with all-in-one encryption, authentication, and compression for files of 4 GB or more. EBS Business Server is based on a widely accepted, highly trusted public key encryption system. You may accumulate many keys in the course of using eBusiness Server. Over time, you may want to view, update, or remove the keys on the keyring. All operations on your keyring actually apply to both keyrings at once, private keyring and the public keyring. Digital signatures provide authentication and data integrity. Non-repudiation means that it prevents the sender from claiming that he or she did not actually send the information. EBS supports 509 certificate. An X509 is a very common certificate format. Certification requires someone to validate that you are who you say you are. To obtain an X509 certificate, you must ask a certification authority to issue you one. EBS provides complete cross-platform support. The multi-platform encryption encrypts data end-to-end among a wide range of environments: IBM z/OS, AIX, HPUX, Solaris, Windows, and Linux. E-Business Server automates data protection by incorporating the industry's strongest encryption algorithms. Conventional symmetric encryption is where one key is used for encryption and decryption. Asymmetric is when a pair of keys, a public key and a private, is used for encryption and decryption. The hash algorithm preference is used for signing and encrypt and sign operations. Hash functions keep track of cryptographic hash value changes. EBS features include automatic encryption of email, unified browser-based controls for managing multiple key and certification servers, and data compression, all with this simple setup, installation, and maintenance. So E-Business Server uses a cryptographically strong hash function. Hash functions generate a message digest that becomes a part of the digest signature. As long as a secure hash function is used, the slightest change to a signed document will cause the digital signature to fail. You can specify which hash algorithms E-Business Server should use. Hash algorithms include MD5, SHA-1, SHA-2, and RIPE-MD 160. And EBS combines some of the best features of both conventional and public key cryptography. It's a hybrid cryptosystem. First, the data is compressed, which reduces patterns in plain text and saves space and transmit time. But more importantly, it strengthens cryptographic security. Then it creates a one-time only, secret, random session key. The data is encrypted, then the session key is encrypted to the recipient's public key, then the public key encrypted session key is transmitted along with the ciphertext to the recipient. You can configure E-Business Server to perform in a specific way. For example, you can specify what encryption and hash algorithms E-Business Server should use. Tell E-Business Server to add a specific comment to everything you encrypt. Always encrypt a copy of your data to your own key as well as your recipients. Set the level of skepticism E-Business Server should use in determining whether other keys are valid, and so on. So as you might think, decryption works in reverse. The recipient uses their private key to recover the session key, which EBS then uses to decrypt the conventionally encrypted ciphertext. E-Business Server is based on a widely accepted and highly trusted public key encryption system, in which two complementary keys called a key pair are used to maintain secure communications. Symmetric key encryption is an extremely simple form of encryption. Symmetric key encryption is where one key is used for encryption as well as decryption, whereas asymmetric key encryption requires both a public key and a private key. Your public key is used during the encryption of the data. When you receive the data, you use your private key to decrypt the data. The primary benefit to public key cryptography is that it allows people with no pre-existing security to exchange messages securely. E-Business Server provides you with three key types: DHDSS, or Diffie-Hellman-Elgamal, also known as DHDSA, RSA version 3, we also refer to as RSA legacy keys, and RSA version 4. DHDSS generates two prompts to define encryption and signing keys separately. RSA provides a single prompt to define a single size for two keys, encryption and signing. RSA legacy provides a single prompt for a single key for both encryption and signing. You can specify which encryption algorithm E-Business Server should use to encrypt the session key. There are 7 valid values for cipher algorithm. There's 3 DES, AES 128, AES 192, AES 256, CAST5, IDEA, and 2FISH. Also note that RSA legacy keys will always use IDEA. Hopefully this has been helpful in showing you some encryption information and preparing you for Colin's enhancement updates on E-Business Server. I want to thank you for joining us today, and I'll now hand the presentation over to Colin. Colin?
Thank you and welcome to everyone. E-Business Server provides support for easy-to-use, strong encryption and authentication services to your enterprise across a broad range of platforms and applications. For distributed platforms, we support Linux Red Hat, Linux SUSE, Microsoft Windows and Windows Server, Solaris version 9 and later, IBM AIX 5.1 and later, and also HP UX 11 Plus. Software Diversified Services entered into a strategic partnership for E-Business Server in 2013. SDS was pleased to announce that as of October the 1st, 2013, the company took over support and development of McAfee's E-Business Server suite of products. As part of the partnership agreement, SDS assumed full and ongoing responsibility for all current and future customer support functions. Day 1 support on October the 1st was for version 8.6. We quickly followed with our 8.7 maintenance release for outstanding issues. Our 8.8 release included enhancements for ZLab compression, SHA-2 support, DSA 1024-bit signing key, default updates, along with maintenance and documentation updates. In eBusiness Server 8.8.1, the compressed algo parameter in the PGP default config file, it can alter the preferred compression algorithm. So by default, ZLab will be followed by zip. Support was also added for the ZLab compress and inflate options. SHA-224 DSA key support, we updated the user interface admin console as well to allow the passing of the compress algo option, and we provided maintenance updates as needed. We do have online help in our products, which get updated along with our manuals. In our upcoming eBusiness Server version 9.0, we added the ZLab deflate capability. Deflate is used to compress data a section at a time and or to compress to other formats. A new installer for Windows was added, so you don't have to install it first. It performs like an upgrade. It is more convenient, efficient, and less time consuming. We increased the number of concurrent threads to improve performance. We have 64-bit support for Windows and Linux. This 64-bit enhancement was requested by a lot of our existing eBusiness Server customers. This will allow customers to be able to install eBusiness Server on operating systems that exploit 64-bit technology, like Windows 7 and upward. We have a COM layer that supports major programming languages, Visual Basic and C#, and also managed C++ and unmanaged C++, as well as our maintenance and documentation updates. Here is a screen of the eBusiness Server Administration Utility Console. You can use the console to create and manage keys and configure eBusiness Server. The screen on the admin client shows the list of keys that you have generated. Here I have highlighted one of the keys, and now you can see the properties for that key in the bottom portion of the screen. Let's elaborate on eBusiness Server and ZOS. So multi-vendor support for eBusiness Server includes ZOS and ZOS USS 1.13 and later. As mentioned previously, SDS entered into a strategic partnership for eBusiness Server in 2013. Back then, SDS was pleased to announce that as of October the 1st, 2013, the company took over support and development of McAfee's eBusiness Server suite of products, including ZOS. As part of the partnership agreement, SDS assumed full and ongoing responsibility for all current and future customer support functions. Day 1 support on October the 1st for ZOS was for version 7.5. We quickly provided necessary support for API languages, C++, Java, and Rex. We included performance improvements along with link pack area installation support. Our 7.6 release provided identification of software diversified services in the product renaming, and we also incorporated known McAfee fixes and considered this our base release for future enhancements. In 7.6.2 through to 7.6.4, there were major maintenance releases along with USS ZOS early episodic support. We updated the PGP reader version and implemented translation switch translate 71 to toggle between the old B135 and the new B160 translation. In eBusiness Server 7.7, we added DSA support to allow signing keys greater than 1024 bits. We added ZLab support and SHA-512 support, as well as the new prompts and new key type for DSS with selectable signature. In eBusiness 7.7.1, we continue to add DSA support with 2048 and 3072-bit signing keys. We added ZLab compression support, and we increased the number of concurrent threads for increased performance. SHA support included SHA-224, SHA-256, SHA-384, and SHA-512 hash actions. In eBusiness 7.8, ZLab deflate was added, increasing the support of ZLab functions. The deflate option is used to compress data a portion at a time and or to compress to other formats. An ISPF user interface was added for ease of use, which I'll be showing you in the next minute. Dataset support was improved, making it more robust and dependable, and improving PDS and PDS partition dataset support. We also included maintenance and documentation updates. Here is a screenshot of our new ISPF interface that will be available with eBusiness Server 7.8, a new feature that allows you to invoke eBusiness Server commands from a TSO panel. Option 1 allows you to perform key management functions like generating a new key, adding, removing, and exporting a key. You can list details for keys in key rings, and you can also assign existing keys in a key ring. Option 4 allows you to encrypt a file using a public key. This could be handy when running a test to test a customer's public and private key pair. Here is option 5. So option 5 can be used to map a PGP file. This is a new tool to help customers and support and our SDS support to determine issues with files generated by the eBusiness Server product, and this includes the keyring files. This tool will dump the information of the PGP tags available in the file being inspected. The tags dumped are described in RFC 4880 that deals with the open PGP message format. Remember, you will need to upgrade to version 7.8 when it becomes available for this new feature. So in summary, support and further development of eBusiness Server by SDS has the advantage of teaming with the company's other security tools. Along with eBusiness Server that provides a simple, easy to use infrastructure for PGP encryption throughout an enterprise, where we have shown that we are invested in the success and future growth of eBusiness Server through our support, continued maintenance, and enhancements. We also have Smart for SIM. So with Smart on your mainframe, your security people get a centralized enterprise-wide view of all the events they need to capture and also the security threats that they need to recognize. Enterprise-wide monitoring of security events is critical, not only for tracking malicious activity, but also to meet compliance requirements. Smart can be an invaluable tool for SOX, PCI, and HIPAA compliance. Then there's the vital signs for FTP software that automates enforcement of security standards throughout enterprises with low overhead security and automation for file transfer. SSH Corporation collaboration software, so that is SSH Tectia, provides SSH encryption for data in transit through the networks or throughout the networks. Remember, we can provide a free trial for these products. Let us show you how they can work together. Thank you everyone for your time.